¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome to another YouTube video. So today we're going to be talking about something that actually happened to me very recently that will actually help you make more content and will make you money online with the videos that you make. But before we get into that, if this is the first time you're visiting my channel, my name is Pedro Millán. I literally own 2 social media marketing agencies that make multiple 6 figures every single year. I have more than 100 appointments booked for my clients, 68 million views as of recording this, and a Grammy to my name, which is literally sitting right over there. That belongs to the client that I'm currently staying at their house. But what I want to talk about in this video is you don't necessarily know until you try. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of people, they have this kind of like fear or misconception that like they shouldn't be making content or they shouldn't be doing a lot of the stuff that they think that they should be doing because of the fact that they just worry about a lot of what people think online and about themselves and what they perceive to be true and not. And it kind of really bites me in the butt because sometimes I commit to those types of feelings and whatnot, and my clients will tell me all the time, it's like, I don't want to be on camera, I don't want to do this, I don't want to be like out there in front of people. I totally get that. Sometimes I feel that same way, especially the now I'm posting myself online more so than anything else. However, I will say that this life isn't necessarily for everybody. Making content like this every single day of your life in order to basically show exactly what you can do and what you can provide to other people on a consistent basis isn't a funny, it isn't a glamorous thing that people tend to do on a consistent basis, because it is a job. It is something that you basically do on a consistent basis, so that way you can actually achieve the stuff that you want to. However, taking all of that into consideration is like, what are your options, right? You think about like, oh, I could be doing a 9 to 5 right now, I could be doing freelance work, I could be doing a bunch of different things, starting a business. However, you're never going to get away from the one concept that is going to help you in all those different aspects, right? Which is essentially getting on video. If this is the first time that you're hearing this from me, prepare to hear it a bunch, because at least for me, video is the one metric that has changed more lives than anything on the planet, to be quite honest with you. For example, Alex Ramosi, if you guys love him, he's a great entrepreneur, great marketer, literally made $101.5 million in 72 hours just from using live stream video and all the freaking video examples and promos that he literally did for it. A book that he basically wanted to sell and give away for free, but people still bought it anyway, which is insane. On top of that, like literally the campaigns that we ran won this Grammy that were right here. Hold on, let me actually show it to you guys. Literally, we ran about multiple different organic posts and a ad campaign, which then led to this. This is something special right here, okay? A freaking Grammy. Like, what is that? Like, how many people get to do that on a consistent basis, right? All just with video, right? Now, my client Zakai, he's doing his best and everything, and it's changed his life, especially after getting this Grammy. But that's besides the point. All these things were able to be accomplished through creating more video. So then how can you actively do this every single day, so that way you can commit to the things that you say you want to do and on a consistent basis, so that way your life will change forever. So the first thing is that you have to figure out what your purpose is, more so than anything else. For me, is that I wanted to show more people every single day how to basically make more videos, so that way they can change their lives forever by becoming a content creator to make money online, so they can literally invest in the stuff that they want to. Maybe even make a supplemental income from all the stuff that they're posting. So you have to figure out your why. You have to figure out your purpose. You have to figure out stuff that actually means something to you. Because if you don't, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And once you figure that out, you'll have a better time trying to go through a direction that actually makes sense for you, rather than literally just like posting content and wasting your time away, right? Because the thing is like, let's say, for example, if you want to help somebody out and you want to help them lose weight with more glycemic index healthy options as far as food is concerned, because you feel like you have this huge amount of hatred towards the food companies that are basically running Americans' lifestyle. So you basically make a channel in order to help people make the foods that they genuinely enjoy that have a low glycemic index. That's great. That's fantastic. Same thing with like a mom who wants to teach other moms how to become entrepreneurs so they can create income of their own, so that way they can actually support their lives instead of just letting their husbands run their whole life. Very good reasons, right? So the first thing that you need to start with is just essentially start with your why. Figure out what your audience is, right? And then once you figure out what your why is, then you're going to figure out who, like I said before, essentially your audience is basically figuring out who are you preaching this to? Who is your choir, so to speak? So in the sense of like, if it's those single moms, fantastic. If it's those entrepreneurs that basically want to change their lives too, fantastic. If it's those people that want to lose weight, fantastic. Just get to like literally the geography and the psychography of the person. Like, where do they live? Do they live in a metropolitan area? It is a suburban area. How old are they? Are they literally 18 years old and up? Are they 35 to 45? Are they overweight? How much do they weigh? What do they look like? What cities do they live in, etc.? And the psychographics essentially is like who they are, like how do they operate, what are their most biggest insecurities that need to get fixed as soon as possible, that they need help with, etc., etc., etc. Once you can understand that, then you can go from knowing your mission, knowing who you want to work with, and then you develop an offer. And then you start making videos promoting your offer by providing free information based upon what you know for a fact that will help them to actually turn that person into dollar signs, right? So essentially you would present an offer within a quantifiable timeline. So a quantifiable result within a quantifiable timeline. If you tell people like, hey, I'm going to help you lose 10 pounds in 90 days, then that should be your freaking testimony. That should be the thing that you offer to other people. And the same thing is like, I'm going to teach you to lower all the foods in your pantry glycemic index significantly, so that way you can actually not have a bad time to go to the bathroom within 3 months or 90 days or 2 months or 1 month, even maybe even less than that, and roughly in 2 weeks. Or I'm gonna teach you how to make bread that's also great for your gut in literally 2 weeks. Doesn't matter. The point is that like, you're always going to be at a really great position, especially when you have the audience in mind and exactly what it is that you want to teach. So if you can literally operate from that angle, and then on top of that include that in your offer with a quantifiable result within a quantifiable timeline, people will always understand you, and there will always be people willing to buy. The only thing, you just need to make videos in order to promote it, because then comes the promotion part of it, right? Which is essentially making videos upon what it is that you're trying to sell or provide to your life and the lives of others. So then how do you do that? You basically post every day. I don't care what anybody says, you post every single freaking day of your life in order to make this happen, because literally these platforms are super saturated. The only way to compete is by posting every single flippin' day and not missing a day. Reason being is because there's so many people on here, and on top of that, people just don't know what good content is anymore, especially because there's so many videos out there. So you're better off just making 100 videos in less than literally 3 months in order to figure out what it is that works for your audience, and going from there. Once you understand the patterns, then you can take those patterns and stuff that you learn from them in order to make better content every single day. Anyway, I'm done with my rant now, but if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on, because I put videos out like this every single day and you don't want to miss them. On top of that, if you're interested in developing your own business, whereas you develop a social media marketing agency in order to get it to 6 figures within less than 90 days, we literally have a coaching program, community, and a course that you can do that within the first link in the description. Otherwise, if you like this video so much, you can click around here. There will be a video, so don't stop watching now, that YouTube recommended to you specifically. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Peace.